Approximately 60 million people died in 2024. Here are some of them. In February, Russian politician Alexei Navalny, who is an outspoken critic of Vladimir Putin, died under suspicious circumstances in a Siberian prison. He was 47 years old. In music, legendary producer Quincy Jones, who made music with Michael Jackson and countless others, died in November at 91. Former One Direction singer Liam Payne died in October at the age of 31. Bassist Phil Lesh, one of the founding members of the Grateful Dead, died in October at 84. Gospel singer Cissy Houston, whose children included Whitney Houston, died in October at 91. Country star Toby Keith died in February at 62. Conductor Seiji Ozawa died in February at 88. Jazz saxophonist Lou Donaldson died in November. He was 98. Chanteuse Francoise Hardy died in June at age 80. Indie rock engineer, producer, and musician Steve Albini died in May at 61. Brazilian bossa nova star Sergio Mendes died in September at 83. From the stage and screen, Dame Maggie Smith died in September at 90. Her Oscar, Emmy, and Tony Award-winning career spanned 8 decades.
There's nothing simpler than avoiding people you don't like. Avoiding one's friends, that's the real test.
In September, 93-year-old actor James Earl Jones died. He may be best known as the voice of Darth Vader, CNN, and Mufasa in The Lion King.
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take it away!
Actress Terry Garr died in October. She was 79. Her Mr. Mom co-star Martin Mull died in June at 80.
Why don't you stick around for a few minutes anyway, and you can watch with the rest of the wives. I'm sorry, I mean families.
And Garr's Tootsie co-star Dabney Coleman died in May at 92.
Gosh, I'm afraid you're not right for this role, though, honey. I'm sorry.
Oscar winner Louis Gossett Jr. died in March at 87. Rocky and The Mandalorian star Carl Weathers died in February at 76. MASH and Hunger Games star Donald Sutherland died in June at 88. Gina Rollins, who starred in Gloria and A Woman Under the Influence, died in August at 94. Shelley Duvall, who starred in The Shining, died in July at 75. South Pacific star Mitzi Gaynor died in October at 93. Tony-winning performer Chita Rivera died in January at age 91. Beverly Hills 90210 star Shannon Doherty died in July at 53. Actor and singer-songwriter Chris Christopherson died in September at 88. Comedian and actor Bob Newhart died in July at 94. Comedian and actor Richard Lewis died in February at 76.
Are you vying for the title of the most pretentious man in the world?
What, this?
Yes.
I've had this for decades.
Filmmaker Roger Corman died in May at age 98.
I think I'm gonna have to go supersize.
And filmmaker and Super Size Me star Morgan Spurlock died in May. He was 53. In sports,
Willie Mays takes batting practice.
Willie Mays, possibly the greatest baseball player ever, died in June. The Say Hey Kid was 93. Disgraced all-time hits leader Pete Rose died in September at 83. Dodgers pitcher and broadcaster Fernando Valenzuela died in October at 63, just before the Dodgers won the World Series. NBA star Dikembe Mutombo, aka Mount Mutombo, died in September. He was 58. NBA star Jerry West, whose image served as inspiration for the league's logo, died in June at 86. And a third NBA star, Bill Walton, died in May at age 71. In January, German soccer legend Franz Beckenbauer died at age 78. Olympics gymnastics coach Bella Caroli died in November, aged 82. NHL player Johnny Gaudreau, 31, and his brother Matthew Gaudreau, 29, were killed in a road accident in August.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Orenthal James Simpson, not guilty of the crime of murder.
And O.J. Simpson, whose NFL, acting, and broadcast careers were overshadowed by his trial and acquittal for murder, died in April at 76. In politics, former Canadian Prime Minister Brian Mulroney died in February at 84. Ethel Kennedy, wife of Bobby and mother to RFK Jr., died in October at age 96. In March, former Democratic Senator and vice presidential candidate Joe Lieberman died at 82. Long-serving Texas Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee died in July at 74. Talk show host Phil Donahue died in August at age 88. Popular sex therapist Dr. Ruth Westheimer died in July. She was 96. A day later, fitness personality Richard Simmons died at his home. He was 76. Poet Nikki Giovanni died in December at the age of 81. Playwright Christopher Durang died in April at age 75. Pulitzer Prize-winning Kiowa writer N. Scott Momaday died in January at 89. Artist Frank Stella died in May at age 87. Artist Richard Serra died in March at age 86. Artist Faith Ringgold died in April at age 93. And in April, Nobel Prize-winning physicist Peter Higgs died at the age of 94. His work will help us better understand the universe. This is Inside Edition Digital.